Hello girls! Today, we are going to show you the Korean first date makeup. A soft, dewy look that makes you look effortlessly pretty, feminine, and naturally attractive. This is the kind of makeup that doesn't look heavy, doesn't look obvious, but somehow makes people want to keep looking at you. If you ever struggled with cakey foundation, messy makeup, or looking older after putting on makeup, this technique will change everything. Okay, let's start. First, she prepares the base and applies sunscreen. This sunscreen is very moisturizing and has a pleasant scent. Hydrated skin is the key to Korean glow. She lets it absorb slightly before applying makeup. This step helps her skin stay hydrated and prevents patchy foundation later. This prevents cakey makeup, especially in dry weather. Next, she explains that Korean-based makeup is very thin, sheer, and translucent, which helps create naturally glowing skin instead of heavy coverage. Most beginners apply too much foundation. This is the difference. Then, she uses a purple or blue concealer to neutralize dullness and build a bright, translucent base. This technique improves skin clarity and reduces yellow undertones. This is why Korean skin looks clear, not white. She gently pats it in with a powder puff. This tapping motion helps the product melt into her skin for a seamless finish. After evening out the skin tone, she uses concealer to carefully cover blemishes. Because the foundation will be very thin, clean correction here is essential for a flawless look. Clean base equals an extensive makeup look. Now that the base is ready, she applies a lightweight dewy foundation using a powder puff to even out the complexion. This keeps her skin breathable while maintaining glow. Next, she adds subtle highlight. Then uses a pink-brown contour shade to softly sculpt the sides of her face and nose. This creates gentle dimension without harsh shadows. Soft contour creates a lifted but natural face. She blends the outer eye area to add depth while keeping the tone natural. This step subtly enhances facial structure without looking heavy. She lightly defines the nose bridge using a brush, then taps to blend. This improves precision and keeps the contour natural and soft. Next, she applies liquid blush shade JC06, a honeydew tone with slight brightness. She places it on her hand first, then gently layers it onto the center of the face. Placement decides whether blush lifts or drags the face down. She builds the color slowly, slightly lifting the blush upward. This helps shorten the mid-face and lifts the apple cheeks, creating a youthful effect. This is the Korean lifted face trick. She blends the edges with a powder puff to soften transitions. Smooth blending ensures the blush melts naturally into her skin. Harsh edges make makeup look cheap. Blending fixes it. Finally, she layers shade 3, a slightly deeper tone, to add depth and dimension to the blush area. This final layering enhances facial vitality and balance. Then, she applies a small amount to the tip of the nose and forehead. Now she covers the tear troughs using tiny amounts layered gradually, gently tapping it in. This technique prevents creasing and keeps the under-eye area smooth. Under-eyes can make or break the whole makeup. After that, she sets specific areas again, under the eyes, nasolabial folds, forehead, and chin. This helps lock the base and improve long-lasting wear. Long wear starts from smart setting, not heavy powder. She also lightly sets the eyebrows and eyelids. This creates a clean surface for brow and eye makeup to apply more smoothly. A smooth base makes blending easier later. Since the tear trough is still slightly visible, she takes a soft, fluffy brush and applies matte highlighter, dabbing gently in layers. This brightens without looking heavy. Bright, not white, that's the key. She reminds that applying too much will look overly white. Controlled layering keeps the under eye bright yet natural. Small amounts always look more expensive. Next, she outlines the overall eyebrow shape, keeping it flat rather than arched. This helps create a softer Korean-style look. Brows control the mood of the face. Then, she fills in the brows using a light tone and soft strokes, followed by a pinkish-brown brow mascara to slightly lighten and match the hair color. Soft brows make the face look younger. She explains a Korean brow trick. The brow tail should not be too sharp but slightly rounded. This makes the face look softer and more youthful. Harsh brow tails make the face look older. Also, the brows do not need to be perfectly symmetrical. A slightly airy and sparse feel looks more natural and effortless. Perfection looks fake, softness looks real. Next, she moves to eyeshadow using a Korean-style palette. First, she applies a nude pink base across the entire eyelid and lower lash line. This creates a soft foundation for layering. Then, she deepens the eyelid crease and applies the same shade along the lower lash line, slightly widening the area. This builds depth and prepares for detailed definition later. Depth first, details later. This is the rule. After that, she takes a pinkish brown shade with a small brush and applies it close to the lash line to deepen the color. This step enhances eye definition naturally. Notice how the eyes start to look deeper. She deepens the triangular outer corner and connects it softly to the lower lash line, blending with leftover powder. This creates a seamless gradient and elongates the eye shape. This is the Korean soft elongation trick. Next, she layers 2 shades from the lower lash palette and highlights the first 2/3 of the eyelid. This brightens the eyes while maintaining soft depth. Bright center makes the eyes look bigger instantly. She lightly layers shimmer on selected areas of the eyelid. Controlled shimmer placement enhances glow without making the eyes look swollen. Too much shimmer makes eyes look puffy. Placement matters. Then, noticing slight puffiness under the eyes, she uses a small brush to apply brightness to the inner corner. This instantly refreshes and sharpens the eye look. Inner corner highlight wakes up tired eyes. Finally, she applies double eyelid tape and gently lifts the outer eyelid corner. This helps open the eyes and improve eye shape balance. Next, she takes a small brush, picks up eyeliner gel, and fills in the inner eyeliner. This step makes the lash line look fuller and more defined. Then she uses a brown liquid eyeliner pen to draw a soft, small liner. First, she creates a tiny triangle and fills it in. This subtly lifts and reshapes the eyes. Small liner, big difference. She explains how this eyeliner instantly changes the eye shape, especially for slightly drooping eyes. This technique creates a gentle lifting effect and makes the eyes look more awake. After that, she blends the outer eyeliner using a small brush and gel liner. This softens harsh edges and creates a smooth gradient. Soft blending keeps the makeup natural and elegant. Next, she takes a chocolate brown shade, blends it lightly on her hand first, then applies it to connect the upper and lower eyeliner. This deepens the eye structure smoothly, without harshness. She continues blending until it reaches just below the center of the lower lash line. This elongates the eyes and enhances depth while keeping the look soft and balanced. The eyelashes she's applying today are very fine, like this, with each lash clearly defined. Start applying them from the outer corner of the eye. For mascara, she applies it very lightly, defining each lash clearly, starting from the outer corner. This creates a soft and airy Korean lash effect that looks natural but polished. She quickly brushes the lower lashes, though this step can be skipped since Korean makeup usually keeps lower lashes subtle. This helps maintain a clean and youthful appearance. Next, she uses a bright white liquid eyeshadow and dots it about 1/3 in front of the aegyo. This brightens the under eye area and makes the eyes look fresher and more lively. Then, she applies matte highlighter under the eyes, on the chin, forehead, and nose bridge. This balances the glow and creates soft facial dimension without looking oily. After that, she applies a slightly shimmery blush in a small circular motion to deepen the color, avoiding the area below the nose. This keeps the face lifted and harmonious. Next, she shapes the lips with a lip liner, softly defining the contour. This improves lip symmetry and gives a clean, polished look. She applies a thin layer of lipstick first, then layers a deeper shade, focusing on the center of the lips. This creates a soft Korean gradient lip effect that looks natural and youthful. Finally, she adds a small beauty mark to complete the look. This tiny detail enhances charm, personality, and uniqueness. And that completes her Korean secret makeup look. Now, before we wrap up, let's quickly talk about the creator behind this look. The makeup style in today's video is inspired by the beauty blogger Dewy. She has gained over 971k followers and more than 26.5 million likes on Chinese TikTok, which shows how loved her content is. Her core value lies in creating soft, wearable, and aesthetic makeup looks that feel both trendy and achievable, helping everyday people elevate their beauty with simple but effective techniques. If you enjoy this kind of elegant and detailed makeup style, definitely go follow her and support her work. And honestly, this makeup look is one of those styles that looks effortless, but is actually very strategic. If you rush it, it can easily turn into a heavy or messy look. Speaking from experience, I've definitely been there. This style is perfect for those who want to look soft, feminine, and polished without looking overdone, especially for daily wear, dates, or filming content. The key to success is thin layers, precise placement, and blending everything seamlessly, especially the base and eye makeup. So if this video helped you learn something new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more detailed makeup tutorials like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.